So I got a question sent to me that I wanted to answer. So you got a new Canon camera and you are trying to figure out how to use it. Where is the best place, or how is the best way to learn how to use your new camera? Hey, this is Scott Weidenkivowitz, a storyteller with a camera, talking about all the things photographers like you and I are thinking about. In this video, we're going to talk about how and where to learn about your new camera. So I got a question sent to me that I really wanted to address because it was just a great question, and it's one that often might be overlooked by the majority of the community. So hypothetically, you get a new Canon camera, whatever the new Canon camera is, and you want to learn how to use that new camera. So the best way to learn how to use any new camera, whether it's Canon or Nikon or Sony, Fuji, Olympus, Panasonic, whatever the new camera is, the best way to learn how to use the camera are the following. 1, the camera's manual. I know, RTFM, read the manual. Most people just throw the manual back in the box and put it away. Most people don't bother to read the manual. But you know what? It's actually the most effective way to learn how to use your camera, because there's no better person to learn from than the people who made the camera. Number 2, if you find the language in the manual as just too over the top, look for the beginner's guide to series of books. So for example, there are people who are hired by book manufacturers to write books on how to work with specific cameras. Literally specific camera models. Find those books, and they're more down to earth, more natural language on how to use the camera. Number 3, check out YouTube. Hey, you're already here on YouTube right now. You're watching a video on YouTube. Whether you're looking at it on my site, on somebody else's site, the video is still hosted on YouTube. Click to YouTube, click around, do a search for your camera model. Maybe even type how to use the whatever the camera model is. And then you'll find a bunch of video content on exactly that camera. A great example of this is there's a photographer here on YouTube named Steve that actually writes tons of books on how to use Nikon cameras. And so he's got a bunch of videos that go along with the books talking about how to use specific Nikon cameras. When I first got the Nikon D850, which I'm recording with right now, I looked at Steve's videos to see what settings he's finding the best use on the Nikon D850 in different situations. Now, I'm not necessarily using his settings, but it was really informative and educational to see what settings he's finding useful in different situations so that I can then put it into practice for myself to find my own best settings. Another great way to learn how to use your new camera is to go to lynda.com. Lynda is now owned by LinkedIn, and it still is really one of the best sources to learn how to use cameras online. Of course, I can't go without number 4, number 5? I don't even know anymore. I can't go without saying, go to your local mom and pop shop that sells cameras. They most likely have photography classes, and if you buy your camera from a local mom and pop shop, they most likely will train you on your new camera. I know Mac Camera does in Springfield, so most likely others do near you. So there you go. There are, 5 different ways that you can learn how to use your new Canon or Nikon or Sony or Fuji or Olympus or Panasonic, whatever the camera is. There are many ways that you can learn. It all starts with RTFM, but after that, there are many other ways, other books, other videos, courses, and of course, in-person training. You can't lose. There's many ways, many free ways and many paid ways. If you like this video, click that subscribe button below now. I publish new videos every Monday and Thursday whenever possible. You don't want to miss it.